Good morning, class 9. So, on my next turn, I started your chapter number 2, which is about the tissues. And first of all, I decided to start the plant tissues. In the plant tissues, I told you that the plant tissues are of two types, that is, the meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues. I told you about the meristematic tissue, that meristematic tissues are the ones which are present in the growing areas, and these have the ability to divide continuously throughout the life. And on the other hand, we have permanent tissues. These permanent tissues have lost their division capacity, and they have taken a permanent function and permanent shape and size. So today I'll discuss with you the different types of the permanent tissues which are present in the plants. So basically there are three kinds of the okay, let me tell you one more thing, that permanent tissues are of two types. I told you, I guess I told you on last time also, that permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Okay, so simple permanent tissues are the ones which are made up of same type of the cells, and complex permanent tissues are made up of more than one type of the cells, more types of the cells. So in this section now, I have decided to take up this part, that is simple permanent tissue, which are made up of only one types of the cells. So simple permanent tissues are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, this is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. You can see that all these cells are similar in structure, and structure wise they are similar. That is why they are kept under the simple permanent tissues, but still they are classified as parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, because they have some little different structures from each other. Now let us see what is a parenchyma tissue. So basically parenchyma tissue is a kind of tissue, you can see in this one, this diagram, that it has some air spaces, see some intercellular spaces. These spaces means the cells are not joined completely, they are having some spaces. These spaces are known as intercellular spaces. So these may have intercellular spaces, and their cells, if you see, that they have some broad kind of nucleus, one nucleus is present, and vacuole is present. So these are the living tissues, these are the living cells. And their cell wall, if you see, their cell wall is quite thin, this cell wall is quite thin, and this cell wall is made up of cellulose. So this is the main things which are present in the parenchyma cells, that their cells are having vacuoles, their cells are having nucleus, these cells are living, they have a very dense kind of cytoplasm also. Their cells, if you say, their shape is quite means oval or isosymmetrical in the shape, and they are having some intercellular spaces also. So these parenchyma cells are actually found in the filling areas of the plant, means in all the filling areas of the plant it is found. This parenchyma tissue is found in all the filling areas. Like if leaf is present, then its epidermis is made up of a different kind of parenchyma. Under that some region is present which is known as mesophyll, it is also made up of some these kind of cells. So this parenchyma tissue is actually divided into two parts, or it is of two types. One is chlorenchyma and second is arenchyma. Chlorenchyma, if you see, this is epidermis. This is actually the structure of a leaf. This is the structure of leaf. This is epidermis. This is mesophyll tissue, mesophyll, and this is palisade tissue, and these are the stoma. This is lower epidermis. So if you see that in these region, all everywhere these chlorenchyma is present. And what is chlorenchyma? Chlorenchyma is a kind of parenchyma which has a large amount of what you say, that is chlorophyll. It has nucleus, it has a vacuole, and it has so many small chloroplast. That is why it is known as chlorenchyma, and its function is to do photosynthesis. Okay. And on the other hand, we have one more kind of the parenchyma, which is known as aerenchyma. In this aerenchyma, if you'll see that it is having, these cells are having large intercellular spaces. If you cut any plant which is present, any aquatic plant, its root or its stem, if you will cut, then you will find that there are some many what you will say, there are air spaces are present. Actually their vacuole is designed in such a way that it traps the gases, and it also has so many air spaces. That is why it is known as aerenchyma. It is present in the aquatic plants so that they can easily float in the water. They will not sink in the water. That is the reason these are present in the aquatic plants, to give them buoyancy. Buoyancy is basically a property by which anything floats on the water. So parenchyma is basically a tissue which is found in the filling areas. Their function is to store the food, to carry out the photosynthesis, and these are also help in the excretion of the substances. These help in healing of the wounds, because these cells are living, so these can divide. Sometimes these can change into the meristematic tissue, and these help in the regeneration and healing also. These store water also in the plants which are present in the desert area. These store water also, because these have large vacuoles, so these carry out these kinds of the functions. So second one is collenchyma. Collenchyma, if you see that these cells are actually elongated cells are present. These are not spherical or oval in shape. These are elongated, and their cell wall, which is this one, their cell wall is quite thick. Okay, and this cell wall is made up of cellulose plus lignin. Cellulose plus, sorry, pectin. Let me write it here. Their cell wall is thick at the corners only. That is due to the extra deposition of a pectin layer. Pectin is a kind of a hard substance which makes up this uh, cell wall of this. And due to this extra deposition, you will see that all the cells are joined together in a manner that there is no intercellular space. No intercellular space is present. Okay, they also have nucleus, they also have vacuoles, but their vacuoles are small in size. That is why you can say these cells are living. Okay, and sometimes these also carry the chlorophyll, so these are called chlorenchyma, and their function becomes the same as in the case of chlorenchyma of the parenchyma. You see here, now the structure will be clear to you. This is the structure of a cell. These are mostly, you will see that in if you cut it in longitudinal section, these cells are long, and if you means cut it in a vertical section, this transverse section, then you will see that these cells are actually polygonal or hexagonal in structure, and they have vacuole, they have nucleus, and you will see that here in these corners they have extra deposition of a substance which is known as pectin. Okay, and other than that, the cell wall is made up of cellulose. So you can say that cellulose is having and the cell wall is having two layers, primary and secondary layers. Secondary deposition is due to the pectin, and that is the reason they do not have intercellular space, and these cells are living cells. Okay, so the function, if I talk about the function is to support the plant. Okay, it provides support to the plant parts. It is basically present in the areas which require some kind of the flexibility. It provides a kind of a tensile strength, flexibility. That is, if you see, if leaf is attached to a stem, then it can easily by air it moves here and there, but it never breaks off so easily. When it dies, when it wilts, then only it falls, otherwise it is not flowing. So that is due to these areas, this midrib and this midrib area, or the veins, or the this petiole of the leaf. This is made up of this collenchyma tissue. That is the reason these blow in the air easily. And in the floral plants, where the flowers are present, in their petiole are also made up of the collenchyma. Some in stems and leaves, these tissues are present, and these provide them support them, and these provide them flexibility. And if they are having chlorophyll, then these conduct the process of photosynthesis also. Now the last one, which is known as sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma are actually the hardest kind of the simple parenchyma, simple tissues, simple permanent tissues. These, if you see, that these tissues are having a structure which is like this, and these cells are again means these are made up of some fiber like structures, and some stone cells are also present. I'll show you in the next diagram. These cells do not have any vacuole. These cells do not have any nucleus. That is why these cells are actually dead at maturity. Once these mature, these become dead, and these have a shape which is like in a cubical shape or in a filamentous kind of shape. These are present due to having some hard structures. These are, their main function is to provide protection to the plant parts. Wherever it is present, it will provide protection to the plant part. Now you see it here, from the diagram it will be clear to you. See, these cells are actually made up of such kind of cells which are having no nucleus, no vacuoles. Okay, their cell wall is quite thick. This is the primary cell wall, which is made up of cellulose and cellulose, and their secondary wall, which is this one, it is made up of one more substance which is known as lignin. Okay, due to extra deposition of this lignin kind of the substance, these cells are having hard structures, that thus these provide protection to the cells. So wherever these cells are present, these provide extra protection. So these are made up of sclerenchyma is made up of two types of the cells, fibers and the stone cells, which are also known as sclerites. Fibers are basically the long structures which are pointed at the ends, and they do not have any protoplasm or the cytoplasm. They are having very thick walls. And on the other hand, if I say these stone cells, these are some cylindrical in structure or the shape, and in these cells, these are short in shape, and these are having some pits, these pits which connect the from the outer boundaries. So these are the tissues, sclerenchyma, which are dead. These are the only permanent tissues, simple permanent tissues which are dead, and these are found the function wise these provide the support and protection to the cell. Okay, support and protection. If you talk where these are present in the in the seed coat. Okay, seed coat of the plants, in the leaves, in the in the fruit walls. The peels of the fruit is made up of sclerenchyma. You have seen that the husk of the coconut, it is made up of these sclerenchyma, it is fibers. Okay, so now you see how hard it is. So now let's summarize it. We have three kinds of the simple permanent tissues: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, if you see, their intercellular spaces are present. In collenchyma, intercellular spaces are not present. In sclerenchyma also, intercellular spaces are not present. These are living, these are living, these are dead. And if you talk about the vacuoles, these have large vacuoles, these have small vacuoles, these do not have any vacuole. They have nucleus, they also have nucleus, they do not have nucleus. Their cell wall is thin, their cell wall is thick, and their cell wall is thickest. Okay, and what else is there? I think I told you. Their cell wall is made up of cellulose. In the case of parenchyma, their cell wall is made up of cellulose plus pectin, and their cell wall is made up of cellulose plus lignin. Okay, so if in longitudinal section, these cells will be visible like this, and these cells are found in such areas like parenchyma in the filling areas, collenchyma in the nodes, internodes, in the branches or the petiole of the flower or the stem, and these sclerenchyma are present in the protective areas like the covering of the of the fruits and the seed coat. You have seen these tissues are present in the pear which you eat. They have some hard kind of the fibers which are made up of sclerenchyma. Coconut is another example of that. Now this topic is complete. If you have any confusion, you can ask in the class. Thank you, class.